Hello, friends. Welcome to the English Reader. Today, we're going to talk about something many English learners experience. My English is good in my head, but not when I speak. Have you ever felt like you understand English well? You know the words, you make perfect sentences in your mind. But when it's time to speak, everything disappears. Don't worry, you're not alone. In this session, we'll explore why this happens, and more importantly, how to fix it. We'll also learn useful words, phrases, and practice speaking naturally and confidently. So, let's begin and make your English not just good in your head, but great when you speak. Have you ever had that frustrating moment when you know exactly what you want to say in English? The words are perfect, the sentence is clear in your mind, but when you try to speak, it just doesn't come out right. Maybe you pause, stutter, forget a word, or lose confidence halfway through the sentence. You're not alone. Millions of English learners experience this very problem every single day. It's a strange situation. Your English in your mind is smooth and fluent, but when it comes time to speak, your mouth seems to betray your brain. You know grammar, vocabulary, and expressions, maybe even advanced ones. You've read articles, watched English shows, taken classes, yet when you need to speak, your English suddenly disappears. Why does this happen, and what can we do about it? Let's take a deep, honest look at this issue. We'll explore what causes this block, how to overcome it, and what practical steps you can take to transform your inner English into real-world fluency. Let's start by understanding what's actually happening. Your brain is full of English. You've read books. You've watched movies. You've studied grammar. Maybe you even think in English sometimes. But speaking is a different skill. It's not just about knowing, it's about using. Speaking is a real-time skill. You need to remember the right words, organize them in a correct structure, use the correct pronunciation, control your voice, emotions, and body language. Do all this quickly and in real time. It's like knowing the theory of swimming versus actually jumping into a pool. You might understand the movements in your head, but the water feels different. Speaking English is like jumping into the pool. It requires practice, coordination, and confidence. One of the biggest reasons why your English doesn't come out well when you speak is fear. Fear of making mistakes, fear of being judged, fear of sounding wrong. This fear creates hesitation. Hesitation breaks fluency. You pause, correct yourself, or avoid speaking at all. But here's something important to remember. Fluency doesn't mean perfection. Fluency means flow. Making small grammar mistakes or forgetting a word is not a problem. It happens to native speakers. 2. The goal is to keep going, keep speaking, keep flowing. Confidence grows with repetition. You don't need to be perfect. You need to be brave. Speak, even if your voice shakes. Many learners think in English fluently, but struggle to speak fluently. Why? Because thinking is passive. You are not under pressure. You can take your time. But speaking is active and external. It requires motor skills, memory, and timing. It also involves dealing with real-life distractions like noise, people, and nerves. So, while thinking in English is a great habit, it's not enough. You need to bridge the gap between your inner English and your spoken English. How? By practicing output. Reading and listening are input skills. Speaking and writing are output. You need to produce English, aloud, regularly, actively. Let's go through some common problems learners face when trying to speak. 1. You forget words while speaking. You know the word, but it disappears when you try to say it. Why? Because passive vocabulary, words you understand, is different from active vocabulary, words you can use. Solution. Use the word in your own sentences out loud. Repetition is key. Make it part of your speaking routine. 2. You translate from your native language. You think in your own language and try to convert it into English. This slows you down and creates awkward sentences. Solution. Train your brain to think directly in English. Describe your day, your surroundings, or your emotions in English, out loud or in your mind every day. 3. Your pronunciation blocks you. You're unsure how to say a word, so you hesitate or skip it. Solution. Use tools like Uglish, Forvo, or Google Translate's pronunciation button. Practice repeating native speech. Shadowing is a great technique. Listen to a sentence and try to copy it exactly, including rhythm and tone. 4. You speak too slowly or too quickly. Both can hurt your confidence. Speaking too slowly breaks the flow. Speaking too quickly makes you nervous. Solution: find your comfortable pace. Practice speaking slowly, then build speed naturally. Fluency grows with comfort, not pressure. 5. You don't practice speaking enough. Most learners focus on reading and listening. But speaking is a muscle. It grows with use. Solution: talk to yourself, talk to your mirror. Use language exchange apps. Record your voice. Join online speaking clubs. Create your own mini podcast if you want. The power of solo practice. You don't need a partner to become a good speaker. Solo practice is powerful. Here are methods to try. Mirror speaking. Look into a mirror and talk about your day. Daily narration. Describe what you're doing in real time. Now I'm brushing my teeth. Now I'm getting dressed. Picture description. Find any photo and describe it in detail. Topic practice. Pick a random topic and speak about it for 2-3 minutes. Shadowing. Play a native speaker's audio. Pause and repeat exactly what they say. Voice journaling. Record yourself speaking. Listen back. Note what to improve. Solo practice gives you a safe space to explore and grow. Fixing the inner critic. Sometimes the biggest enemy is the voice in your head. The one that says, "You sound stupid. Your accent is bad. Don't speak, people will laugh." That voice is lying. That voice is fear, not truth. Every speaker makes mistakes. Every accent is valid. Every word you speak is a win. You're learning, growing, doing something powerful. Speak with pride. Silence the critic. Encourage yourself like you would a friend. Consistency over intensity. You don't need to practice for 3 hours a day. You need to practice every day, even for 15 minutes. Consistency builds fluency. It rewires your brain. It makes speaking automatic. Think of it like brushing your teeth. A small, regular habit that keeps you healthy. Make speaking English a part of your daily life. Embrace mistakes. You will make mistakes. You must make mistakes. That's how learning works. Every error is a lesson. Every awkward moment is a step forward. Don't avoid mistakes. Welcome them. Laugh at them. Learn from them. Nobody ever became fluent by staying silent. Input is still important. Yes, you need to speak more, but don't ignore input. Keep reading, listening, and watching English content. Just make sure it's active, not passive. Watch with subtitles, then try without. Listen and repeat. Read aloud. Pause and predict what comes next. Input feeds your language brain. Output activates it. Real conversations. Facing the pressure. When you speak with real people, pressure increases. You might panic. That's normal. It means you're learning. Here's how to get better. 1. Start with safe environments. Language partners, tutors, friends. 2. Prepare phrases and questions in advance. 3. Focus on communication, not perfection. 4. Breathe and slow down when nervous. 5. Smile. It helps your brain relax. With time, conversations will feel easier and more natural. Set realistic speaking goals. Instead of saying, "I want to be fluent," say, "I will speak English for 10 minutes every day. I will learn and use 5 new words this week. I will have 1 English conversation this weekend. I will record myself every night for a week." Small goals create big change. Your English is not broken. If you can understand this article, your English is strong. It's not broken. It's not bad. It just needs freedom. It needs voice. It needs time. Don't give up because you stutter. Don't stop speaking because someone corrected you. Don't hide your skills because of a bad experience. Your English deserves to be heard. Even if it's slow, even if it's not perfect. Speak it into the world. Watch it grow. Final thoughts. My English is good in my head, but not when I speak. It's a real feeling, a common struggle, but it's not permanent. You have the knowledge, you have the words, you have the voice. All you need now is practice, patience, and belief in yourself. Start today, speak aloud, make mistakes, laugh at them, speak again. Your English is not a dream. It's real, and it's waiting for you to set it free.